Good morning, world. Good morning, world. Oh my God. Good morning, world. It is Friday and it's 7:57 a.m. here in Nigeria. This is the first person that will be having in the chat today. Long time, no live stream. Yeah, I can remember vividly the last time we chatted on this stream was Wednesday, like Wednesday morning or Wednesday evening. Was it? I think it was maybe Tuesday evening or Wednesday morning. I think that was the live. I can remember vividly. That was the last time we had a conversation here on this particular channel on the live stream. Well. It's weekend, guys, and happy weekend, right? Friday, and it is 7:58 a.m. here in Nigeria. Let me know the part of the world where you're watching from. Let me know the part of the world where you are watching from and what time is it at that end as well. Good morning, world. Good morning, world. So basically, my good morning world live stream is where we have meaningful conversation, where we have deep connection, where we network with one another. You tend to ask me a question. You also have that opportunity, to drop your opinion about the topic that I bring up here, about the topic that we are to discuss on each of the live stream. And today will not be an exception. So I'm trying to I'm trying to pin the question, the topic that we will be deliberating on today. So I'm trying to put up, what I want us to deliberate on today, right? I'm trying to put that up in the chat and pin it, and afterward, so that you all can see it. Yeah. So the message is pinned, right? The message is pinned so that you all can see it, and then we can talk about it. Good morning, world. Let me know where you're watching from, and let me know what time is it at your end, right? If you are just joining the live stream, my name is Zainab Juni, and you are welcome to Good Morning World live stream, right? Do you want to let me know where you're watching from and what time is it at your end? I'm chatting from Nigeria, and it is 8:01 here in Nigeria. So basically, it is titled Good Morning World because, you know, I love, right? Um, I love to hear people's opinion about different topics, about different, issues, right? And basically this morning, what I will actually, be talking about, be discussing has to do with value of time. And of course, it's Friday edition, weekend edition, right? Casper, Casper, how are you, Casper? Casper, where are you watching from and what time? HRU this morning. I'm fine. I'm fine this morning. Casper, how are you too this morning? Where are you watching from and what time is it at your end? You're welcome, Casper. Do well to double tap the screen to like the live stream, Casper. And if you have not subscribed, if you're not part of the family yet, do well to subscribe to the channel. And do not just subscribe, do not forget to join, the community as well by joining the membership, right? So basically, Yeah, you're welcome, Casper. So, what we are talking about, it has to do with the value of time, right? And that is why I pinned that message, the message I pinned in the chat. I want you to look at that message and I want your opinion about it, right? And the question is, let's say you lost your phone for 24 hours. I mean, because this we live in a world where most of our time we spend it here. Let's left aside, those that have, 9 to 5 work, or those that have it's just a phone. Okay, so I'm now asking that if you now lose that phone, right? When are you gonna spend your 24? Thank you. Oh my God. I think, Casper, you're such a great thinker. Like, you think very fast and try to, get things, together very fast. I think this exactly, is the point of this particular live stream. This thing you just said now, right? Exactly, Caspar. This exactly is the point I'm trying, like I want to drive at the end of, that the all of this live stream will just revolve around. Because honestly, we now live in a world where we are always buried here inside this thing, like 24/7. And I'm not actually disputing the fact that, a whole lot of people, their work also revolves around, this. Do you understand? I did not dispute that. But at the same time, there are a whole lot of people, our children especially. So that's why he's saying that people need time away from technology. Thank you. It cloud our minds on reality. Oh my God, I'm feeling this. Oh God. Casper now pop another question. Then I'm gonna paint this. I'm going to paint this right away. I'm gonna paint this right away because then I will answer that too. Let me paint this. So I just pinned that. I just pinned that, Casper. So Casper said we need to get outside and breathe. Yes, honestly, we need to get outside and interact. We need to get outside and relate with people. You see, if the fact that I'm actually the host, the fact that I'm actually anchoring this live stream doesn't make me an exception, right? Doesn't mean that I did not fall into this. But I always love to talk about real things, real life issues, real life situations. Trust me, even as I speak to sometimes, is even sometimes, most time I just feel like, because honestly, most of my work actually revolves around, because honestly, most of my work also revolves around technology, cell phone, laptop, and all of that. Do you understand? But then, aside work, after finishing work and all of that, sometimes I still feel like I just want to rest. I just want to watch movie, and then I still realize that I'm still living within the confinement of that technology again. Do you get? And then I feel like, why not move out? Why not interact with people? Why not relate with people? Why not call a friend? Why not, visit family and all of that? Then I know, and then it's down on me that what, girl, you're actually not the only person in that shoe. And basically, that was what prompted me, to bring in that topic. And then, Casper now, twist the question and say, what if technology failed for 24 hours? Guys, so the question now is, that your cell phone that you are always burying, that you always bury your head in, what if technology failed for 24 hours? What would you do? What will you do? What will you do? Learn to grow our food so no one is able to make us starve. Yes. learn to grow our not just our food alone too, but most importantly our food, like Casper said. Learn to grow our foods, learn to grow relationship beyond this. Learn to interact with people, not just on socials. Because another thing is also that, okay, let me tell you this story, Casper. Wait, Casper, are you saying you believe I'm twin? Oh no, I'm not twin. Casper, I'm not twin. I'm not twin. Okay, let me tell you this story, guys. There is actually a girl, right? You won't believe that this particular girl. Are you for real? I need to screenshot this. I honestly don't know who this person is. To be sincere, Casper, I did not know who this person is. But I think I'm gonna make my research about this person and find out who this person is. But can you just tell me, brief me about who this person is first before I go ahead with my own, research and all of that? Yes, I have Facebook, Casper. I have Facebook, Casper, and my name on Facebook is Zainab Juni. Zainab Juni Mohammed. I have Instagram too. My name on Instagram is also Zainab Juni, right? And then on LinkedIn too is Zainab Juni. Do you get it? So I think I'm gonna check out who this person is. But before I actually check out, I'm gonna appreciate it if you can actually tell me who this person is. Just brief me, right? But honestly, I'm not a twin. But maybe, just maybe maybe I want to give birth to a twin. But because on a more serious note, on a more honest note, right? I think I like to do. Yeah. So I wanted to tell a story, right? There is actually a girl in my area, um, there in my area where I lived. Yeah, where I used to live, right? And you see, this girl, we don't talk. It's not like we are fighting. We don't talk, right? And she's actually kind of younger. She's kind of age group with my younger brothers, right? We don't really relate like that. And at the same time, this girl and my brothers too, my younger brothers too, they don't really relate to. Look her up, Nikki Briggs. All right, I'm gonna look her up, Casper. the I'm gonna look her up, trust me, I'm gonna look her up. So I'm trying to say that this particular girl we don't relate because she's actually in the same age group with my younger brothers, right? So then, and even ourselves and my younger brothers too, they don't really talk. They're just like hello, hello, hi, hi. Even in our environment. Do you understand? Which means that we don't, myself and this girl, we don't really have anything in common. We do, and even if we want to talk, right? Because there is nothing really that can actually connect the two of us together. Because one, we're not in the same age group. Two, we don't have anything in common. We're not just close at all. Then all of a sudden I saw this girl's request. I actually did not know that she's the one, and then Sim Jeez, I looked her up. You were much more attractive and you probably have a better spirit also. Thank you so much, Sim Jesus. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I really appreciate that for for that. Okay, well, I'm gonna accept that as a compliment, right? Thank you so much, Sim Jesus. So this girl, and this is this type of person that when it comes to social media, sometimes if I see a request, I check out who the person is before I go ahead and accept the request, especially on Facebook, right? So and then I saw that request and I click on view profile to check who the person is. Because this is one thing about me is I love to interact with, I love to connect with people that are, above me. Actually, not all the time. Sometimes too, I do accept, requests of people that are also maybe below me, because you never can tell. You cannot really say that this is where connection will come. You cannot really say that this is where help will come. But the main reason why I love to connect with people that are more about me is to learn from them, right? To read, their content, and to get more exposure. Do you understand? So when I checked this girl's profile, that connection, when I saw the connection and I clicked on view profile and I checked it, and I'm like, this the DP, the display picture did not actually look like someone that I know, and the name she also used did not ring a bell of, okay, this is someone you probably know in your environment or in your area. Do you understand? But then when I checked her profile, I can see some things like that looks like, oh, I think I know this girl, right? I think I know this girl. And immediately that I felt like, okay, I think I know this girl. This She really looks, the content there on our profile actually looks like someone that I know, the activities and all of that. So I accepted the request, right? And immediately I accepted the request. Do you know what this girl said? She said, "Oh, so you can accept my request?" And I'm like, "You sent a request and I accepted the request. Why this?" And I said, "Yes." So she was not like, "Oh, like I used to look at you like, you're not that a nice person, you're not this type of person that someone can actually relate with in our environment." And I'm like, okay, if you used to look at me as someone you cannot relate with in our environment, why did you not go ahead and send me a request on social media? And then she was like, I love what you do. Then I just want to, interact with your content and all of that. Oh my God. Then I now go ahead and ask her further question. What makes you think like in real life, I'm not the type of person you can relate with? Then she said, nothing really. Then I asked her, did I do anything at any point in time? Did I say anything at any point in time that made you feel like I'm actually not the type of person you can relate with? She said, no, not really. I've never done anything of such to her. Then okay, what now made you, alter that statement? She said, maybe it's our gut. Maybe it is just our thoughts. Do you understand? And then that made me, come to the realization, come to the conclusion that, a whole lot of time, most times, what it just need, thank you for liking that, what it just need is just to move closer to that person physically. So welcome guys, thank you so much for liking the live stream. Let me know where you're watching from and what time is it at your end. The only thing it costs us is just to say hi, hello to that person. Good, Steven. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, honestly. Sometimes, most times, what the only thing it requires us is just to say hello to that person. It might actually not even be our family, it might not even be our friend. Maybe there are certain people we are even looking at in our environment, and we always feel like, oh, this person will be problematic. Oh, this person will be harsh. Oh, this person will not be a nice person. Maybe just by mere looking at the person. Maybe the person is on normal. No, the person is actually a disciplinarian, right? And you just looking at that person from afar, you are just like, oh, this person will not be a nice person. And then you have never even interact with the person. You have never had any conversation with that person, and then you go ahead online, and try to relate with the person, and you are projecting what is actually in your head. It's like you are projecting what is in your head and feeling like that exactly is what the person is. And honestly, in most cases, that is not who the person is. You yourself, you are actually, I don't want to say you are actually the problem, but you yourself, you're actually, the real cause of issue, because you don't even take that step ahead of, let me even know who this person is. Right? And honestly, this is actually one of those things that is causing the problem, because we feel like, okay, the world, everything just revolves around this thing, right? I can connect with anybody that I want to connect with. I can say hello to anybody that I want to. Fine, you can actually say hello to anybody you want to say hello to with, yeah. But trust me, having that, having that, real connection having that real visit, having that, physical conversation, you cannot, I don't know, you cannot, it cannot be replaced. Yes, you cannot replace. Though there are some family members that okay, they actually are far. There are some friends that are far, right? And the best way you can actually connect with them is via this. But trust me, sometimes, not even sometimes, most times, visiting, saying hello to them physically, seeing them physically can actually go a very long way. Even if it's that person you have never met, even if that person is actually not family, if they are just people that you live with in the same environment, saying hello to them physically, before you guys actually, roll on social media, trust me, it goes a long way. It goes a long way. And which means that, the way we spend our time on this, mm, how much time we spend on this actually affect the way we think, actually affect the way we interact with people. And that is why that is what prompted the question that imagine you lost your phone. Let's just say you even lost your phone for 24 hours. How would you spend your time? Then Casper now said that, you know what, Zainab, I think the question should rather be, if you lost, I mean, the question should rather be, what if all technologies failed for 24 hours? Will you really leave? Like, will you leave? Will you leave? Like, what if technology failed for just 24 hours? Will you, like, you yourself ask? I'm asking you that question. So I now want you to answer me in the chat. Like, what if technology actually failed for 24 hours? Will you leave? Like, will you leave fulfilling? Tell me in the chat. Good morning, world. It's 8:19 a.m. here in Nigeria, and of course, it is Friday, which means officially happy weekend. So Tim Jesus said, I am in the United States. It is 3:16 a.m. here. Okay, it is 8:19 a.m. here in Nigeria, and it is Friday. So where are you? Everyone in America lives with their face in. Tell my, that is it. See, you see, Team Jesus, this is why I love talking about real life scenarios. I love talking about real life issues because I understand that sometimes, not even sometimes, most times, a whole lot of us shy away from it. We don't want to talk about it. We feel like, okay, it's the normal thing already, and let's just continue living like that. But should it actually be the real thing? Should it actually be the normal thing? Should I actually be the normal way we live, Team Jesus? So I'm asking you, should I actually be the normal way we live? So Team Jesus said, where you? I'm actually in Nigeria, Team Jesus. And everyone in America lives with their phone, with their face in their phones. Do you see? Most in this country have extremely poor people skills and are very narcissist and rude to each other. That is it in Jesus. That is it. That is it. And it all starts with the idea of, you can do everything here. And then we now see this as our best friend. We now see this as the only way we can live. Let me even tell you this. Let me even tell you this. Okay, Tim Jesus said it's gonna, do more exercise, listen to music, and walk on the house. I love that though. Let me tell you this story. This actually happens to my sister, right? And I think that was 3 weeks ago. So our phone was faulty. Do you get it? And also she's this type of person that, and you know that, and then so our phone got faulty, I think 3 weeks ago, right? And she's this type of person that, even if the whole family is discussing, she's just she's just always on this, like, you know And then the phone got faulty, and then she was broke. She has actually been thinking of, okay, I want to get a new phone. I want to get another phone. Do you understand? She has been talking about it like, oh, maybe by September she's gonna get another phone, right? And then she was not expecting that the phone will actually, just break down like that. And then, she was, the way she does, she was just, surfing the net, from the net, watching content, watching videos, doing all of that. And one thing about her is that she's not even a creator. She don't even create content. She don't create content. She consume content, like she consume content a whole lot. She gets it. So, and even if our parents are like, oh, hey, hi, are you there? Like they will have called her more than 3 times before she respond with, yes, I'm listening to you, I'm answering you. Do you get it? So eventually, she was doing all this, she was still surfing the net, watching content and all of that. Then the phone started blinking like prum prum prum, that type of thing that where but your phone would just be blinking and you'd be like, what is happening? Nothing else got blank. The phone just got blank. Do you know what? She cried throughout that night. Not all throughout the night, but she cried till she slept. And the following morning, I was not like, okay, I actually did not know that, okay, that actually happened to her the previous night. And the following morning, I was not like, why is your mood like this? And I mean, I did not just, give a 4F or something, and then I just left the house. And when we both came back, and when we both came back in the afternoon, and she was like, my phone got spoiled. I need to, visit someone that is gonna repair it for me and all of that. And then she was broke. She gets it. Like she didn't have money on her. I didn't think she actually had enough money on her. I think she wouldn't have cried the way she cried that night when the phone got spoiled. I know this the whole of the second day she did not press phone. Like she did not operate the phone at all. So the third day, I now asked her, what the thing that thing that happened to you 2 days ago, how does it make you feel? She was not like, she was not happy, oh, she was not herself, oh. It just felt like the world wanted to come to an end. Then I asked another question. Now it felt like the world wanted to come to an end. Did the world really comes to an end? And she just smiled like, are you serious? What did you mean by the world? Because that is just the reality. Did the world really comes to an end the day she did not press her phone? The day she did not surf the net? And then trust me, that second day, I mean, the second day we were not able to talk because I was actually not around too. But the third day she has not, she hasn't, get the phone still the third day. I know the third day, she did house chores, she interacts, we discussed, like we went out, and we just have this family interaction. And trust me, that thing, I could not recollect the last time we had such, because she's always with her phone. Everybody is always with their phone. The parents are not always around. It's just you and all of that. And it's not always made me, sometimes ask myself, does that mean that this has actually replaced human? And another thing is that, even though we don't really interact, we don't really relate well with people physically, we still want those sets of people as community on our social platform. This now, because you see, even the social media, the technology we are using still requires people. It still needs people. It still needs people for it to function properly. It still requires us, right? To have it still requires people for it to function properly. So the point now is, how are you using the technology you have with you? Are you replacing humans with your own phones, with your own technology? Are you replacing? Because trust me, you cannot. They are human beings are irreplaceable. Though you can actually feel like okay, technology will actually the work that 20 people supposed to do. When you use AI, when you use technology, to be faster. Yeah, it will be faster, but it will also be smoother when humans are also involved. When humans are also involved. Casper, I don't understand you when you said better spirits, Mao, they look alike. Okay, I still don't know who the person is. Naked Bricks. I think let me check out. Let me check who that person is. Actually, I'm not supposed to check the person out, but the way you are actually responding here makes me feel like, oh, Sally is Naked Bricks. Though this is not the first time people will say that. You look like someone, you look like this, you look like that. This is actually not the first time people will come on the live and say, oh, you look like this person, you look like this person. Do you get? But then there was even a time someone said, okay, she's actually this. I'm actually looking this person's profile that I'm seeing here. I think I actually like this person's profile that I'm seeing here. Yeah, I like this person's profile that I'm seeing here. If you're talking about the same Nikki Briggs that I'm seeing here, Casper, I think I like this person. This person is a good mother. I'm seeing a good mother here. I'm seeing someone that actually have that always have good time with our family here. I'm seeing someone that cares a lot about our children, about our kids here. I'm seeing someone that loves our family here. Oh Lord, here. I'm seeing someone that enjoy having a good time with relatives here. So I don't know if that is actually the person you're referring to. Do you want me to show you? Do you want me to show you, Casper? If that is the same naked bricks you are talking about. If that is the same Nikki Briggs, is this the Nikki Briggs you're talking about? Okay, we can see. Is this the Nikki Briggs you're talking about? I actually, yeah, yeah, she has a white husband. Yeah, 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 yes, 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 yes. So I think yeah, I like this person that I'm seeing here, right? Casper, is she also the person I'm seeing here is also white. The person I'm seeing here is not black though. The person I'm seeing here is not black. Yeah, 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 yeah. So this is I'm actually seeing someone that appreciate our family. She's truly one of the best people. To my friend, yeah, yeah. I'm actually that is the type of person I'm seeing here. So and I feel like she should have a good spirit too. She probably have a good spirit too. So thank you so much, Team Jesus too as well. Thank you so much, Casper. Thank you so much, Casper. As well, guys, let me know where you are watching from. It's 8:31 a.m. here in Nigeria. Of course, it's Friday, so this is me saying happy weekend. Happy weekend. And the question, what we are deliberating on. Team Jesus said, Team Jesus said, my vote is still on you. Of course, you know what? Let me say something. No, Team Jesus. Nobody's actually wrong. There is no wrong being. There is no wrong human being. Do you understand? There is no human. That is my belief. That is my advocacy. Right? I am this person. Even on all of my live stream, this is me that is always saying that. You know what, guys? There are a whole lot of people out there. Yeah, there are a whole lot of people out there that are going through one thing, one challenges or the other, right? And that is why I always say that, irrespective, even if you're meeting someone for the first time, if you're meeting someone for the first time, right? Irrespective of their color, the color of their skin, irrespective of their gender, irrespective of their height, irrespective of their body structure or shape. Please be kind to people, because honestly, kindness, if all of us can just, adopt kindness, if all of us can just be kind to one another, trust me, this world will be a very, very better and safe space for all of us to live in. And this is me saying that, don't judge someone based on their skin color. Don't say, oh, this person is because this person is white, that is why he or she is mean. Don't say, oh, it's because this person is black, that is why he or she is not beautiful. All of those words, right? Okay, Tingy, so you saw the one I'm actually talking about, right? She isn't white. Yeah, 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 I know I'm not white, right? And that was the wrong woman. Okay, there is nothing wrong with both you beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, wrong account though, wrong account. Okay, so the picture I showed is actually the wrong account. Is that what you're saying, Tim Jesus? Was the girl white in the pics? Yeah, I saw the one you were talking about. That was the wrong profile, Zena. Okay, with Adam Briggs, it's just by herself. Okay, so type the name. Is it Adam Briggs? Because the profile I'm seeing here is Nikki Briggs, right? Let me check again, and let's just sort this out once and for all. Okay, let me check it out again. Okay, I think I've seen her. Yeah, she's still beautiful. They showed up in a post when I did a search. A profile pics. She's by herself. Okay. A profile pics is by herself. Wait, tell me more about Nikki Briggs. Is Nikki Briggs a creator? Is he a business owner? Is he is he a marketer? Does he own a marketing agency? Is she an actress? You know, tell me that. Tell me who Nikki is. I want to know, because I think the search that I am seeing here, because the search I'm actually seeing here shows it's who are commenting that are because the search I am actually doing and is showing here is actually bringing out a white woman. Okay, in here, right? In here. Don't worry, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it, okay? I'm gonna get it. Wait, wait. We're gonna do this search together. We're gonna do this together. Let me show you if this is the person you are talking about. Let me show you. Wait, is this the person you were talking about? Is this the Nikki you were talking about? She owns a business in here, right? From okay, I should try typing in Gianna after her name. Okay. I think she's the one. This, right? this person, right? Talking about this person, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh no! I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. I think I'm actually getting the wrong person's information. But that is what Google is actually bringing up. That is what Google is actually bringing up. Honestly, that is what Google is actually bringing up. All right, guys. So hello, where you watching from and what time is it at your end? Let me know in the chat. And then we are actually, discussing something. And the question is, check the pinned message. I want your opinion about that pinned message. What I pinned in the chat. Let me know your opinion about it. Let me know your opinion about the pinned message, okay? Let me know your opinion about the pinned message, guys. She isn't in the States, but might be why she's not seeing it. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm actually not in the state. Maybe that is why I'm not seeing it. You're actually right. You are actually right. But at the same time, I felt that if the person has uh, even if the person is using that same name on the Google, like if Google actually identified that person by that name, it should show our profile. If the person is on YouTube, if Google YouTube identified that person by that name, it should show like that person's profile should should come up. It should come up. That person's profile should come up, right? Yes, it should come up if Google identify that person by that name, or if YouTube identify that person by that name. So if I cannot get it on Google, I'm not sure I will be able to, get it on Instagram though. I'm not sure. Except that is not the name she's using. She gets it. Except that is not the name she's using, but if I'm able to get that, okay, this is the actual name she's using. If I'm able to get that, okay, this is the actual name she's using on, all the socials, then maybe it will be able to come up and then we'll be able to have a grasp of it. But then whoever she is, whether black, whether white, whether tall, whether short, whether big, whether whatever it is, I just felt like she's gonna be someone that have this positive high spirit because that is who I am. Right? That is who I am. So good morning, world. Let me have your opinion in the chat about the message that I pinned. Let me have your opinion in the chat about the message I pinned, which is that you imagine you lost your phone for 24 hours. How would you spend your time instead? How would you spend your time instead? And then Casper now twisted the question and said that you do. Somebody sent me a request. Joshua, Jesus, is that you? Casper, is that you? Is that you? All right, guys. I think so the question is that you should imagine you lost your phone for 24 hours. How would you spend your time instead? How would you spend your time instead? But this is what I'm gonna say to wrap it all up, right? Even if you did not lost your phone at all, the purpose is not to pray that you lose your phone or you lose any of your gadgets, right? But rather to remind you that there are certain things that we all are guilty of, myself included. You see, I always say this thing that the fact that I bring up issue here on this live stream doesn't mean that myself I did not fall into all those pits. It is just a reminder to myself, and as a matter of fact, these days I'm dropping some. As a matter of fact, these days I'm dropping some, daily dose on my shorts. Once I think one daily dose a day on my shorts, and then there was a particular day where I talked about where I said I think maybe it was it yesterday or so, or 2 days ago, where I said, I hope you did not give yourself an expiry date. Yes. So I in that daily dose, I said, I hope you did not give yourself an expiry date, because the society made us believe that there are certain time that you're supposed to achieve certain things, certain achievements in your life. But as we grow older, we realize that individually we have different experiences that actually shaped our path, and all those things actually made us realize that what, our timelines are different. And we should not just abide by what the society said, that okay, this is the timeline that you're supposed to get married, this is the timeline that you're supposed to learn a skill, this is the timeline that you're supposed to develop a business. Rather trust God's timeline and your own intuition too. And immediately I posted that, someone that is actually in my inner circle, now reached out to me and be like, oh, you, all these things you are posting these days, why, what prompted them, and all of that. And I'm telling that person that, what, everything I'm posting, right, especially on my YouTube channel, is not just to motivate anybody. It's not just to motivate people. Let me put it out. It's not just to motivate people out there. You see, for every post, for especially when it comes to me talking, like the way I talk like this, for every post, right, for every video you see on my channel, there is actually a personal Jen Wealth. Hello, hi Jen Wealth. How are you, Jen Wealth? What's up with you? Where are you watching from and what time is it at your end? See, for every post, for every video, there is actually a personal story behind it, which means that you see, most of my content, most of my video, they actually, maybe a way of reminding myself that, what, Zainab, you just have to do this. Or what, Zainab, you just have to forget this. Or what, Zainab, you just have to move forward. But why I'm actually now thinking about that, I don't just want it personal. Like because I also believe that if things happened to me, I'm not the only one that thing is actually happening to. There are millions of people out there who that same thing is also happening to. And then at some point, some people just feel like, oh, they are only the person that are facing challenges and all of that. Do you understand? So this is actually me saying that, sometimes, me coming here and bringing all these topics doesn't actually mean that I did not fall pit or fall short of, those mistakes too. Thank you. This is me blowing you virtual keys. Thank you so much, Jen Wells. How are you, Jen Wells? Where are you watching from, Jen Wells? But however, to come here and know that, okay, Zainab, you are also falling short of this particular thing. But remind yourself and try to correct yourself. But this time around, do not just correct yourself. Bring it up, right? Bring it up to the public. Bring it up to for people from different nationalities to watch and discuss about it, because it's actually a real life issue, right? Bring it up and air people's opinion about it. Do you understand? And that is why I always bring all these things up, because I believe that they're actually real life issues that most of us. Dallas, how is Dallas? How is Texas today? I'm actually chatting from Nigeria and it is 8:46 a.m. here. Let me guess the time in Dallas now. It is probably 3:46. Did I get it? It is probably 3:46 a.m. in Dallas now. Am I correct? Am I correct, Jen Wells? So it is actually, a way of reminding myself and also you that, there are certain things that we are actually doing, and we should, call ourselves, remind ourselves that, okay, I think we should do better, right? We should do better. And that is what prompted the question. Oh my God, I'm far, far, far from it, which means I did not guess right at all. It is 12:30 a.m. Right, it is 12:30 a.m. in Dallas, in Texas. Oh wow! Do you know why I said 3:46? Okay, the reason why I said 3:46 was because I think was it Casper or Team Jesus? I think one of them is actually from the US. I think two, maybe two of them is actually from the US. And one of them mentioned initially before that it was 2 something or 3 something a.m. there in the US, and then I announced that was what actually made me thought that okay, it's probably 3 something a.m. there. But then, how are you doing today? How are you doing today, Jen? Well, happy weekend. Officially, it's weekend already. Today is Friday. And then, so to wrap it all up, this is actually me saying that, you know what? There are certain things, all this topic that I always bring up, all this question that I always popped, is to remind us that, okay, we are doing certain things that need to be corrected. Mm? And one of those things is how we always bury our heads on our phone, how we lived in our phone. And then we forget that, that phone, we still need community. We still need to interact with community on that phone. And the same community we did not interact with in real life are the same people we are now interacting with virtually, right? Which means that it is best for all of us, right? For all of us to interact with one another physically, especially people in your immediate environment. Because when all is said and done, those people in our immediate vicinity are actually the first point of contact that will assist us, even when those people that we call community virtually are not there. Do you understand? Do you understand? So this is me saying that there is nothing wrong in, especially those of us that our work, has to do with, our on our phone, on our laptop, on our gadgets and all of that. Even if at all, if all your like 100% of your work still has to do with your phone, your gadgets and all, still have time, still find time to relate with people, find time to connect with friends, find time to connect with family physically. And that exactly is the point I'm trying to drive out. I hope this is actually, informative. I hope this is actually valuable. I hope this is actually valuable. So if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, guys, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Double tap the screen. I'm going to. What did you mean, Jen Wells? What did you mean you're going to Lagos now? What did you mean? Because I told you I'm chatting from Nigeria. Now that you know, you know that okay, there is something like Lagos, Nigeria. Is that? What do you mean you're going to Lagos now? You are in Dallas and it is 12:30 a.m. in Dallas. You are sleeping. You are in your room. You are in your bed. Are you telling me you're going to Lagos now? Come off it. Well, when you find out when your flight finally lands in Lagos, let me know. Do you want to drop me a comment? So you can also get my email in the description of my channel. So reach out to me and let's connect. Let us network. Okay, you're actually going to Lagos in November. Wow, really? To do what? Actually, my birthday is in November, right? And hopefully, let's I don't know yet, but let's just leave it that way. So November, to do what? To do a party. You're coming for a party. You're coming for a seminar. You're coming for Owambe. You're coming for Dirty December or what? Make me understand. You're coming for business. What exactly are you coming for? What exactly are you coming for, right? What exactly are you coming to Lagos to do? What exactly are you coming to Lagos to do, Jen Wealth? Jen Wealth, what exactly are you coming to Lagos to do? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. No. What exactly are you coming to Lagos to do, Jen Wealth? Hmm? Well, when you finally reach Lagos, let me know. When you finally get to Lagos, let me know by that November. Hopefully, we connect our network. Well, that is it for today, guys. And then let me say this, that if you have a brand, right, and you are looking for someone that can actually, undo your media buying, right? And when I say media buying, someone that can, help you undo your adverts running, be it Meta adverts, be it Google adverts, be it TikTok adverts, and even you need someone that can actually create a video content for your brand. Trust me with that. Okay, so my email is actually in the description of this channel. Let's us collaborate on that. Trust me, you're actually in the safe and you are in a safe and when it comes to media buying for your brand. I do that and I do that very, very, very well. I do that and I do that very well, and I will be so glad, right, to work with your brand, right? So thank you so much, every single person that I've actually interacted with this with me on this particular live stream. Thank you so much, Casper. Honestly, I enjoy the presence of Casper. Honestly, I enjoy the presence of Team Jesus. These two people, they are awesome. They are awesome, like very, very awesome. They are awesome. I mean, their contribution, at times, you don't necessarily need a crowd. At times, you don't necessarily need crowd. You just need, people that, will actually contribute to your life, positively. And people that you can both or all have a deeper connection, deeper and meaningful. Yes, that is the right word. Deeper and meaningful connection and interaction. And honestly, that is what happened today on this platform. I don't have really much people, but trust me, the time we've spent together, especially these people, I just love their interaction. I just love their contribution. Thank you so much, Casper. Thank you so much, Jasper. Oh my God, I'm saying Jasper. Where am I saying Jasper? And Jasper did not come on the live stream. Team Jesus, thank you so much. I love you. Thank you so much. And then, guys, if you've already, subscribed to my channel, do not forget to join my membership too, please. I love it. I love it and I appreciate it. So if you feel generous too, do not forget to drop a super chat, super sticker, super anything for this girl. I'm gonna appreciate it. So thank you so much, every single person that I've been part of. These live streams today. Thank you, Casper. Thank you to Jesus. And then thank you as well, Jen Wells. Thank you so much as well, Jen Wells. I really appreciate you. Okay, you're meeting with Femi Otedola. All right, no problem. Till then, I'm pretty Jen Wells. I'm pretty sure you are actually looking for since the last time I asked you was, okay, what is the purpose of that visit in November? And let me guess, you've been searching for what could be, who is the business, who are those business tycoons in Nigeria that you can just mention in there. That is what you have been searching for. And now I know. But then, so November, I'm gonna see you around even before that November on my live stream. So I do this every morning, right? This morning, good morning live stream. I do this every morning, and then of course you can always join and be part of the conversation, right? Till I see you again, and then till you meet Femi Otedola in that November, Jen Wells. Stay blessed and sign out. I love you all.